Breaking news in the Middle East this morning, Israel and Hamas may be nearing a truce. What it means for the war and the hostages.
Plus, honoring the lives of those lost in the Waukesha Christmas parade attack. 2 years later, how the city and the state are commemorating the victims.
And what members of Madison's East Side community are saying they want to see from the city as it works to combat violence.
And we are looking at some snow showers lighting up the Capitol this morning. We'll see how long the snow will last coming up.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast. Take a look at that. The Capitol all lit up with some snow showers in front of it, Kelly.
Yeah, big old snowflakes have been flying this morning, and that's what we've been dealing with for the last hour or so. Some of this has been accumulating because the flakes are so large that it may be accumulating on your windshield, on some of the grassy surfaces, anything that's elevated away from the ground, but that's what we're waking up to this morning. Otherwise, we'll see the snow showers taper off over the next couple of hours, but you can see this band just does not want to move. You see how it lights up blue? Well, that's basically the radars now indicating that it is snow that's actually flying, not rain. So that's what we have here in Madison. It does taper off if you get up towards Sauk City, over there toward the Wisconsin River Valley, the Dells. But even some moderate snows up to the north and east, up there in parts of Columbia County, where it's been steadily snowing, and I've been able to detect some of that on some of the grassy surfaces. The roads are generally just wet because the ground is so warm. Right now, though, in Madison, we have some of those big flakes flying here in Madison, down toward Fitchburg, Waunakee, over there towards Stoughton as well this morning. All right, we'll look at our Doppler track, our future track. You can see these snow showers starting to wind down here by 9 o'clock. This will just kind of peter itself out as we go into the next several hours. 32 right now in Madison, though. 32 also in Monona, DeForest, 34 in Middleton. So looking at the winds out of the north up there around 10 miles an hour. So a lot of this will wind down this mid-morning hours. We'll actually get into some clearing later today, dry weather for the upcoming weekend, but it will be turning colder. So the snow showers taper off between 8 and 9 o'clock. Move on out. You'll start to see some clearing up to the north and west by 11 o'clock toward the Dells, Lone Rock. That should move toward Madison as we get toward noon, 1 o'clock. And so we'll actually get into some sunshine after the morning rain and snow showers come to an end. Temperatures in the mid-40s later today. Look at that weekend holiday forecast coming up.
Okay, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're following breaking news this morning. There's an active Amber Alert out for 2 children with ties to Wisconsin. Alexander
and Stefan Zhang are believed to be in the company of their father, Yemen. Pictures of them are up on your screen. Alexander is 7 years old, 3'5", black hair, brown eyes, last seen wearing a gray jacket, dark blue jeans, and yellow tennis shoes. Stefan is 9 years old. He's 3 feet 10 inches tall, also has black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark gray hoodie with a picture on the front, gray sweatpants, and black tennis shoes. Stefan, as we should note, is a child with autism and is nonverbal.
Again, police think they're with their father, Yemen Zhang. He's 41 years old, 5'3", with black hair, a short beard, brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a long green shirt, jeans, and black tennis shoes. His vehicle's up on your screen as well as a picture of him right now. Gold Toyota Sienna minivan. It has Wisconsin license plates with the number 740XTN. It was last seen in Clinton, Iowa. Zhang does have ties to Marathon and Columbia counties here in Wisconsin. If you see this man, his kids, or his car, you should call police. More breaking news this morning internationally. A Hamas leader says the group is close to a truce agreement with Israel.
The comments come from a statement on social media, on the social media platform Telegram. The deal involves swapping 50 Israeli hostages for 100 Palestinian prisoners, along with a 5-day ceasefire. Monday, family members of the hostages spoke with Israel's war cabinet. Here's what they had to say after the meeting.
They kept expressing the fact that they wish that they could tell us, and I felt they were being honest about it.
Some family members of hostages are clashing with Israel's government meantime. Some even accused government officials of putting hostages in harm's way and prioritizing the defeat of Hamas above the hostages' safety.
All right, let's get a live look at Gaza now. In the last 30 minutes, we're learning the United Nations main agency says one of its schools in a refugee camp sheltering displaced Palestinians was hit. The airstrike killed and injured an unknown amount of people. Hamas is blaming Israel. The UN says it's not clear who or what hit the school. Health officials in Gaza say at least 13,000 Palestinians have been killed due to these attacks. Now, we will continue to provide breaking news updates on the war in Israel and the status of the hostages there as well. Stay with News 3 Now and our mobile app for real-time updates and push alerts on this story and all your local headlines.
Continuing coverage now of the city of Madison's efforts to address gun violence on the Far East Side.
Shane Hogan is here to break down a meeting where city leaders met with those dealing with recent tragedy. Shane.
Good morning, Leah. The meeting consisted of different organizations and elected officials giving presentations on safety moving forward. District 3 Alder Derek Field says he organized this meeting to bring together all sides working on the issue of gun violence and engaging with the youth. Officials with Public Health of Madison-Dane County say they have been meeting with residents of the Harmony at Grandview Apartments on the east side, where 15-year-old Kaisha Miller and 20-year-old Devin Grant were recently shot and killed. One man at the meeting told our crew we should be learning from people on the front lines who have lost loved ones to gun violence.
One thing we didn't talk about is race. It plays a major factor in all of this, right? And it would be nice to be able to see the people who look like the individuals in those communities actually at the table.
Madison police also shared how their investigations into the recent shootings are going as well. And the group Moms Demand Action provided free gun locks for those there and encouraged parents when they send their kids to other houses to ask if there are guns there and if they are secured and stored properly.
Sounds like just the beginning of an important conversation. Right. Shane Hogan, thank you.
One of the men charged in a deadly shooting at that East Side apartment complex will remain in jail until his next court appearance. 21-year-old Mark Parks Jr. received a $1 million cash bond at his initial court appearance yesterday. He's facing multiple charges for the deadly shooting of 20-year-old Devon Grant over the summer. Prosecutors say Parks and another man, Devontae Gafford, shot and killed Grant back in July. Gafford's pleading not guilty. Parks will be back in court next week.
The man found guilty of killing a Madison woman in the summer of 2021 will be sentenced today. A jury found Greg Rather guilty of killing 55-year-old Patricia McCullough in September. Court records say Rather had been living with McCullough for about a year before the killing. Police found her body months later. An autopsy revealed McCullough died from choking and blunt force trauma to her torso.
The man accused of driving through a La Crosse airport gate and boarding a plane earlier this month will enter his plea today. 31-year-old Cody Anderson of Idaho is facing multiple charges. He's accused of driving onto the tarmac and then boarding a private plane while staff was on board. Court records allege Anderson had a knife. He told police he also had explosives and would blow up the plane. Officers were able to arrest Anderson. His bond is set at $500,000.
Continuing coverage now of a neo-Nazi march in Madison. We're hearing from more Jewish students and leaders at UW-Madison this morning. The group of about 20 white supremacists held Nazi flags and were dressed in red, wearing masks that hid their faces. The president of a Jewish organization on campus says no matter how many people participate, this kind of display hurts his community.
It is a life-changing event, right, emotionally, to witness these kinds of moments.
This happened the same day as the last home game for the Badger football team. One student said she heard about the march while she was getting ready for that game.
Waking up and seeing that there were Nazis walking outside of my apartment is obviously not how we wanted to wake up.
That group was the same one that appeared at an LGBTQ+ pride event over the summer in Watertown. Madison police said they monitored the group closely but couldn't stop them from exercising their First Amendment rights. This protest comes amid increasing anti-Semitism across the U.S., which was rising before the war between Israel and Hamas began in October.
Happening today, flags around the state will be at half-staff to commemorate the 2-year anniversary since the deadly Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. In 2021, Darrell Brooks drove an SUV into that parade's route. He killed 6 people and injured dozens more. Last November, a jury found Brooks guilty for his crimes. He's spending the rest of his life in prison. Today, the city will dedicate a new memorial to the victims of that attack. They'll also hold a memorial service this evening.
Madison police officers are helping some local families with their meals this Thanksgiving. The Madison Police Department's packing meals again for 100 families this year. Officers are teaming up with Metcalf's, Aldi, and the nonprofit 100 Black Men of Madison to get the turkey, stuffing, and other essentials to the community. Officers will hand deliver the baskets ahead of Thursday's holiday. It's the 4th year the groups are partnering up to make the donations possible.
Good way to give back, that's for sure. 6:09 now. Let's turn it over to Kelly. He's watching some big snowflakes fall this morning.
Yeah, we do have some big snowflakes. You can see them
look at that.
accumulating on the pumpkins here the week of Thanksgiving. It looks like this will last for a few more hours, but we do expect some improvement later this morning. We'll time it out for you coming up. First warm forecast just ahead.
Also ahead in morning sports, Bucks taking on the Wizards at the Capitol. Andrew Ranch is going to break down if the Deer could pull it out.
And we're live talking turkey this morning at the Alliant Energy Center ahead of Madison's original turkey trot happening Thanksgiving. What you need to know just ahead.
Toyota-thon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're going to need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum mobile line, and the Xumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Xumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current Chevy owners can use Red Tag bonus cash to get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At Lawton Cates, justice means helping with your medical bills, standing up to the insurance company, and demanding compensation for lost time at work. And there's never a fee until we deliver results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Toyota-thon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, Thanksgiving week is here. You might be thinking turkey, but we're keeping you honest this morning in the 608.
Yeah, we are. Josh Breiter has a preview of the turkey trot, the tradition that is so strong here in Madison. He's already dressed up. Josh, I gotta say, you look dashing.
Oh, thank you. Gobble till you wobble. If you're not thinking about turkey yet, you're going to be here this morning. I'm staying nice and warm with my little turkey hat, courtesy of the Goodman Center. Amy over there letting me borrow it once again this morning. You guys know I love to talk turkey here in the 608. We're talking Madison's original turkey trot coming to Alliant Energy Center once again this Thursday. Amanda Potratz with UCP Dane is up early with us this morning. My little turkey squad, you're all decked out here, ready for the big turkey trot on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're very excited. We're welcoming volunteers and runners yet today. So today's the last day to pre-register it, or you can just come on the race day and register there. You can also just show up to register and just volunteer on the day of, too.
So we have some video we want to show folks, because if you've never been a part of this before, this is the place to be on Thanksgiving morning. Before we gobble down that turkey, we're going to go out and trot like a bunch of turkeys, and it's all to give back to a really good cause here.
Absolutely, yeah. We work for United Cerebral Palsy, and there we help families who might be dealing with autism, Down syndrome, developmental delays, traumatic brain injury. We deal with more than just cerebral palsy.
I love how you focus on inclusivity, especially during this time, because, you know, families are dealing with a lot, right? But this is a way for the community to come together and show their support.
Absolutely, yeah. Our families, with our UCP programs, they might get a break from those daily care responsibilities. They get help with, you know, no school days and after-school programs, summer programs. We work with infants and toddlers in our Birth to 3 program to help them through occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech and language therapy, and just kind of use a coaching model to help the people around them in their lives, teach them how to reach their goals.
And I love, because this turkey trot is a way for the whole family to be able to come out, whether you're running, you're walking, you're strolling, it's going to be a great time.
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone's welcome to come out and enjoy. There are no limits, and come out and enjoy as you are able to.
Okay, a couple of days that people can help out. First, you can run, but you can also volunteer. You're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely. Volunteers are our bread and butter. We love our volunteers. They make a huge difference. We're the official partner of the Madison Turkey Trot, and all of those volunteers come out and they help support our business, and some of those proceeds come back to UCP programming.
Wonderful. Well, here's to trotting like a bunch of turkeys, Amanda. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time this morning. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, I've posted links up on channel3000.com. Again, today, pre-registration ends, but you can still show up day of and trot like a bunch of turkeys here on Thanksgiving morning before we eat that turkey later on in the day, guys.
Oh, you counting calories this year, Josh?
I never do.
No.
That's one of the days where calories just go out the window. We're gonna fill up probably multiple times. It's one of those times where it's like you can't eat another bite, and then mom says, "Anybody want pie?" and then you're lining up in the kitchen again, right?
Can't turn down pie.
We love it.
Can't. They don't count. They don't count on Thanksgiving.
Mom's pie?
Never. That's offensive.
Josh, thanks.
All right, it is 6:16. Kelly Slifka is here with the first warn weather. He's outside. Those snowflakes still coming down, Kelly?
Yeah, they're big old flakes coming down. It's that really heavy, wet snow, a lot of moisture content in the snow, but it is actually accumulating a little bit on the grassy surfaces because these flakes are so big. So if you are going to be traveling this morning, just remember the visibilities are going to be reduced, and it's not just the visibilities in front of you, but of course all the snow accumulates on your windshield, so make sure you keep that clear. Things will improve between 8 and 9 o'clock. This should just be a few flurries at that time frame, so a lot of this heavier wet snow reducing the visibility should be out of here by now. But you can see the band of snow is, boy, I tell you what, this happens a lot. The band of snow is right over Madison, right over Dane County. You go west toward the Wisconsin River Valley, it's clearing up quite a bit. And then it changes over to more rain as you go into parts of Jefferson County. But there's been pretty steady rain here in eastern parts of Columbia County, then into the Madison area, seeing some of that moderate snow coming down right now. But the road surfaces are warm enough that it's mainly melting on contact. But some of those elevated surfaces, like your windshield or some of those elevated roads, one thing we'll have to watch out for as well, may actually freeze up a little bit because temperatures are getting close to freezing right now. 1 3/4 visibility here in Madison. It gets better to the west where they're not really seeing that snow. Any accumulation is going to be less than an inch, and mainly on the grassy surfaces and some of those elevated surfaces. Right now, our sky cam, you can see that the snow is flying, reducing visibilities over Madison. 44 expected today, 29 tonight. So we're actually going to be above average. So a lot of the snow will melt, and it's only going to be occurring early this morning. By 9, 10 o'clock, all of this should be out of here, and we'll get into some improvement. And after this storm departs, we're looking at some sunshine this afternoon, then dry weather right into tomorrow. Now, in the second half of the holiday weekend, colder as we go into the day after Thanksgiving Day on Friday, and that'll continue into the weekend. It looks like generally dry, maybe just a few flurries. We've got a cold front that'll bring us some drier weather this afternoon. That's why we are expecting skies to clear out. But you can see between 8 and 9 o'clock, most of this starting to move on to the east. See that sliver of clearing off to the west? That should be moving into the Madison area between noon and about 1 o'clock. So we will get into some sunshine. But it's going to be breezy today with winds out of the north up there at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. That'll continue into the afternoon and even into the evening. evening as that sun goes down. 32 right now in Madison, so we are at freezing. Some of those elevated roads, just take it a little bit easy this morning. I know most of the temperatures are above freezing, but even if some of this slush accumulates a little bit up, can create some greasy conditions out there this morning. All right, our first warm forecast, this mess should be ending here once again by 9 o'clock. 44 this afternoon with some sunshine, 44 returning tomorrow with sun as well. Thanksgiving Day, dry. 41, then we really cool off this weekend. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s. Should be dry, maybe a few flurries on Sunday.
Through 4 games, it's hard to say how good the Badger men will be this year. So far this year, they've set a Kohl Center record for points scored and also been blown out by a mediocre Providence team. But tonight they had a real test facing 24th ranked Virginia down in Fort Myers, Florida. First half, Badgers up 8. Max Klesmit driving and gets the tough left-handed layup to go. Bucky takes a 10-point lead. And then in the second half, Badgers up 5, and this game ran through Stephen Crowell. 22 backs his man down, spins and gets the bucket. He finished with 15 and 10, and then later, Badgers up 18, and the 7-foot freshman Nolan Winter is calling for snow in the forecast. All 3 of those. Wisconsin beats 24th ranked Virginia by 24 points in a statement win. 65-41 is your final. Into the nation's capital where the Bucks took on the Wizards. Milwaukee up 7 in the third quarter. Chris Middleton looking to pass Sidney Moncrief on the Bucks' all-time scoring list. And with that bucket, Chris keeps climbing the charts to 4th in franchise history. He'd finished with 18. And then in the fourth quarter, Giannis was 20 for 23 from the field tonight. There he misses, but gets his own rebound and flushes down his 9th dunk of the night. He'd finished with 42 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 dimes. Bucks win it 142-129, the final. As thrilling as Saturday's win over Nebraska was, this one just means more. And even if it's Luke Fickell's first time, he knows what it means, especially because the Badgers have lost 2 straight to Minnesota. Wisconsin travels to the Twin Cities on Saturday and have a chance to deny the Gophers bowl eligibility and bring the Axe back home.
We celebrated, we enjoyed, you know, there was a lot of things on Saturday night, but most importantly, that when we walked back in here on Sunday, we knew what it was about. It's about rivalry week. It's about getting the Axe and making sure we understand and respect everything about this game and this rivalry so that, you know, we're the most prepared team. Everybody wants to play on Saturday. Everybody will be fired up. Everybody will be gung-ho. I mean, it's a rivalry game. It's going to be huge.
That's your morning sports fix. Have a terrific Tuesday.
Andrew, thank you very much. Still ahead, a Wisconsin woman celebrating a major milestone birthday. Her advice on how to live a long life.
We're back after this.
First warn weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
The spring could just break. Precision is there to help.
We have fully stocked vehicles to fix any problem you'd have that same day. And we are all over the Madison area.
You're just one phone call away from getting your garage door fixed today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
When you can choose from not one, not two, but 10 sofa love seat combos in the latest styles with the comfiest seats, and all of them are under $1,000 just in time for Black Friday, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower-than-low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Welcome back. A woman from Wausau is kicking off the holiday week by celebrating a milestone birthday. Lydia Raku is 107 years old, born in 1916. She spent the weekend celebrating with her friends and family. Her advice, be yourself and just live your life.
That's an incredible milestone.
107. Happy birthday, Lydia.
Happy birthday.
My goodness, good for her.
All right, we've got snow falling out there and crash on the Beltline.
Yeah. Kelly Slifka, you're keeping an eye on this for us. What do you know?
Yeah, this is a crash that's developed over the last few minutes here on the on the west side over there toward Middleton. This is the eastbound lanes of the Beltline. So it does have the left lane crash closed because of that crash. So you can expect some delays in that area. If you are on the west side of Middleton, you can see the traffic is backed up there. These are on the eastbound lanes on the west side of Middleton this morning. The roads are a little bit wet.
All right, we'll have an update on the snow and the rain right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hy-Vee hot deals are hotter than hot. 6-pack Pepsi products, $2.99 each when you buy 4. Lay's Kettle Cooked, Rolled Gold, or Munchies, $1.99 each when you buy 3. And fresh ground beef, $2.99 for a 1-pound roll. Only at Hy-Vee.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Escape, Explorer, or Bronco with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 500 low APR cash.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Save on big projects. Menards 11% sale ends Thanksgiving Day. Don't miss out. Make over your laundry room. Save 11% on Criterion appliances. Transform your home with 11% off new Mastercraft doors. Build your dream bathroom and save 11% on luxury tubs and showers. Or go even bigger and get 11% off a new garage. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save. Menards 11% sale ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you trust your insurance agent? Do you trust your insurance company? Well, you'd better. Because all they've really sold you is a promise. A promise to be there when things go bad. A promise to take care of you. To step up and put everything back the way it was. So, if you don't trust your insurance company, maybe it's time to find one you do trust. West Bend. The worst brings out our best.
SSM Health and News 3 Now would like to invite you and your family to make a colorful connection this giving season.
Go to channel3000.com to download a Time for Kids coloring sheet or find it in November's Madison magazine. Add color and a kind message, then mail it to SSM Health.
They'll share with a hospital patient who can't be home for the holidays.
And you might even see it on News 3 Now. Take time for kids and spread joy to others by making a colorful connection.
Hy-Vee hot deals are hotter than hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.99 for a 1-pound roll. Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 49 cents. And Nabisco snack crackers, only $1.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
This morning, our call for action team is getting results from AT&T for a Waterloo woman who says she was stood up.
Plus, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is hearing arguments in a controversial case today, what this could mean for elections moving forward.
And the big story of the morning, some rain and snow. Kelly's forecast, boy, it showed up right on time, Kelly.
Yeah, we do have some big flakes out there this morning. That has led to a crash. This is on the belt line over there in Middleton. It's the eastbound lanes. We'll take a look at that coming up.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Tuesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. You're waking up to some accumulating snow. This is a look at our patio right now. My goodness, big flakes out there.
It's really on the leaves. It's on the leaves. It's probably not accumulating on the pavement because the ground's too warm, but anything elevated, a little bit of accumulation. Big old flakes flying this morning.
And we're looking at that crash, too, on the belt line, so it's impacting traffic potentially.
Yeah, you know, the visibilities are going to be down, and it's not just because of the snow falling, but also that accumulation on the windshield causing some problems this morning. If you're going to be commuting, make sure you keep that windshield clear. This is on the eastbound lanes. So headed on Highway 1214 there toward Greenway Boulevard, we are seeing some of those delays. And traffic has been backed up in that area, so do allow for some extra time if you are traveling about this morning, because we do have some of the snow flying this morning. All right, so take a look at our Doppler track right now. You notice the band of snow right over Madison. You go to the west over there towards Sauk City. It's not snowing at all, so that's why it's set up right over Madison. We're seeing the band of snow, the moderate band here in Madison up into Columbia County. It's been snowing fairly steadily in Columbia County, so if you are traveling to the north as well, you may be encountering some of those delays where it's been coming down pretty good. Here in Madison, we are seeing some of these darker blues. That would indicate some moderate snow flying this morning. Visibilities are reduced because of that. This should be winding down, though, between about 8, 9 o'clock, or at least not coming down that heavily. Just some flurries expected by then, and then eventually we'll actually get into some clearing. Temperatures, though, right at 32 now, so some of these elevated surfaces might be getting a little bit of icing on it, so just allow some extra time if you're going over a bridge this morning because of the temperature right now at 32 degrees. So the morning rain and snow showers should be ending here by 9 o'clock. Dry through the rest of this afternoon, right through the rest of the week into the weekend. We'll be turning colder with highs in the 30s for the upcoming weekend. So we'll plan your day. We're looking at these snow showers tapering off here at 9 o'clock or so. Noticing some clearing up to the north and west. That should be headed toward the Madison area toward the noon hour, 1 o'clock. So looking at improvement by the mid to late morning hours. After the morning rain and snow, we'll look at some sunshine this afternoon as temperatures climb into the mid-40s. So bundle up the kids this morning and just get ready for some wet conditions on the way to school this morning. We'll have more on the weekend forecast coming up.
Talk then. Kelly, thanks. You can stay ahead of the rain and the snow. Just download the First Warn Weather app. It's free wherever you get your apps.
We're following breaking news this morning. There's an active Amber Alert out for 2 children with ties to Wisconsin.
Alexander and Stefan Zhang are believed to be in the company of their father, Yemen. Alexander is 7 years old. He's 3'5", with black hair and brown eyes, last seen wearing a gray jacket, dark blue jeans, and yellow tennis shoes. Stefan is 9 years old. He's 3'10", and also has black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark green hoodie with a picture on the front, some gray sweatpants, and black tennis shoes. Stefan is a child with autism and is nonverbal.
Again, police think they're with their father, Yemen Zhang. He's 41 years old, 5'3", with black hair, a short beard, brown eyes. His vehicle's on your screen, as well as a picture of him. The car, a gold Toyota Sienna minivan. It has Wisconsin license plates with the number 740XTN. Now, the minivan was last seen in Clinton, Iowa, but Zhang has ties to both Marathon and Columbia counties here in Wisconsin. If you see this man, his kids, or his car, you should call police.
Happening today, a major case that could reshape outcomes for Wisconsin's election is scheduled for oral arguments before the state Supreme Court.
Big headline today. Shane Hogan has a look at the details of the redistricting argument. Good morning, Shane.
Hey, good morning, Leah. That's right. This case could change the balance of power in the Wisconsin state capitol, and it comes at a time when the Supreme Court leans liberal for the first time in more than a decade. Oral arguments begin today in a case Democrats have brought against the Republican-drawn maps for legislative districts. They've been accused of being gerrymandered. Currently, Republicans are close to a supermajority in both the state Senate and the state Assembly, despite Wisconsin being a battleground state. The case is also a flashpoint for the newest Supreme Court justice here in the state, Janet Protasewicz. GOP lawmakers have threatened to impeach her for her comments she made before her election on these legislative maps. She has said she will not recuse herself from the case. Now, Democrats want these maps to be redrawn by March of next year. Experts say that would mean all 132 state lawmakers would be back on the ballot come November, guys.
The entire state's going to be watching this case.
That's right.
Shane Hogan, thank you very much.
Meanwhile, a federal court has struck down a key tool used to enforce the Voting Rights Act. A ruling came down yesterday from the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. The court ruled that private entities cannot bring lawsuits under Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. That decision was 2-1, with the majority voting against decades of legal precedents here. The vast majority of Section 2 lawsuits are filed by private parties, so this ruling would shut down a majority of cases. The case will likely end up in the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, after going through a lengthy appeals process.
A live look now at the state capitol, where legislators are going back to the drawing board this morning. This after Governor Evers vetoed a $2 billion tax cut. It's not a surprise. Evers was expected to veto the bill. Republicans had introduced it as a substitution to his billion-dollar workforce development package. That legislation had focused on child care. This one didn't. The veto will stay in effect unless Republicans are able to get bipartisan support to overrule it. It's 6:35 now. This morning, our Call for Action team is reporting results for a Waterloo woman who stood up by a major telecommunications company, and more than once. Our Catherine Merck shows us how our team helped get her money back.
I believe that when you say you're going to do something, you do it. If you're going to do a job, you do it the best of your ability. And they did not do that. They weren't truthful with me.
For Joni Crave, it all started back in July. Joni's home was about to go under a remodeling project. She said she requested AT&T come remove some of their equipment that was cemented into her yard before the project got started.
The appointment was from 8 to noon, and I waited the entire time for them, and I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I thought, well, they're late, they'll come. They never came, so I would reschedule. No one would come. And I would reschedule, and I kept rescheduling.
Joni says she tried getting AT&T to come out 6 times before she eventually just canceled her services with the company.
They promised me and apologized, and nothing ever happened.
While talking with some of her coworkers at her job about the issue, they told her to turn to someone who would try to make sure this failure wouldn't go unnoticed.
I got online and I looked up Channel 3000, and I filled out this complaint.
I reached out to AT&T myself for a response about Joni's situation. In an email, the company acknowledged its mistake in a statement, saying, quote, "The customer's experience did not meet our expectations for how we serve our customers. We've apologized to Ms. Crave, and a credit has been applied to her account for the trouble."
They never really explained why this kept happening.
Our Call for Action team was able to get Joni $180 to cover some of her bills, but we couldn't give her back all her wasted time she spent waiting for the company to show up.
I wish I could find out if they're going to make any changes because of all this, but I may never know.
While Joni's thankful our Call for Action team helped her, she's still left believing that this company went against everything she's always known.
I believe in honor and honesty, and they broke all my rules.
Now, Joni has some advice for others. She said she wouldn't continue to make appointments after a second cancellation. You should also make sure everything is well documented.
6:38 now. We hear at News 3 Now have a new initiative to share this morning. It's called the Colorful Connection Initiative. It's part of our Time for Kids series. So we're giving you the opportunity to send a kind message this holiday season to children in the hospital. Lydia is one of those kids. She's been undergoing a medical bout here, so she got to choose from the colorful connections sheets yesterday. You see some of them on your screen, something her mother says makes longer hospital stays easier for the family.
And it just makes you feel like people are thinking of others at this time of year. And I think regardless of the holidays or any time, whenever people from outside reach in, it brightens your day.
Isn't that wonderful? We are always looking for new ideas for our Time for Kids segment. So if you have a suggestion for us, we'd love to hear from you. Go to channel3000.com/timeforkids and let us know.
What a simple act of kindness during the holiday season. I love that.
I know. It goes a long way, doesn't
does.
it? And it really doesn't take much out of your own day to do something like that.
Good idea there. 6:39 now. Kelly is keeping an eye on your first warned traffic out there and the weather. Kelly.
Yeah, we are still tracking some big snowflakes falling across the Madison area. You can see that band of snow right over Madison. We'll see how long this snow and rain will last coming up the first warned forecast.
And we're live in the 608 this morning ahead of Madison's original turkey trot. What you need to know to give back in the community. Next.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Thanksgiving is the best time to try Plexiderm with our starter price of only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Wednesday at 10.
Right now, there is a critical need for blood.
But imagine being told you can't give that gift due to your sexual preference. Well, this summer, the FDA made big changes in donor screening, so I get to do what I've never been able to.
It's equal and inclusive for all.
Come along on my journey as a first-time blood donor. I'll reveal the updates that made it possible and take you through each step of the donation visit. I'm sharing the Pride for Blood donation, Wednesday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. First warned meteorologist Kelly Slifka on what's been kind of a snowy start to our Tuesday morning. You can see some of the snow accumulation on some of the grass on the pumpkins behind me, on some of the leaves, the cars in the parking lot. So some of this has been accumulating, and it's been reducing visibilities. We've had some big flakes. They've gotten a little bit smaller, at least over the last half of an hour, but enough to cause some problems on some of the roads, so do take it easy. In fact, we did have an accident. This is on the eastbound lanes of the Beltline going toward Greenway Boulevard. We did have one left lane closed for a time. It looks like this is in the stages of clearing, but there still are some backups. Just allow some extra time this morning because some of the, not the roads being so slick, but it's mainly the reduced visibilities. We'll take a look at where this accident is on our maps. You can see most of the roads are okay. We're not seeing a whole lot of red on the maps, but this is the accident on the west side of Middleton on the Beltline. You can see that red on those eastbound lanes. Coming out of that accident, that's where they're seeing some of those delays. So do allow some extra time this morning because it is the visibilities are getting reduced maybe close to 2 miles here at times because some of these big snowflakes we've had and some of the slushy snow accumulation not only on the ground or on the grassy surfaces but also on your windshield. So make sure you keep that clear. I know I haven't had to deal with this for quite a few months, but it looks like it will start to improve between 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. So we're seeing the band of snow, that area of blue right over Madison. I tell you what, this happens a lot. Right now we're seeing the snow here in Madison, areas up toward Columbia County, seeing that as well. Mainly rain over there in Dodge County, but off to the west, just a few snow showers there west of the Wisconsin River Valley. A lot of this will start to wind down as we get between 8 and 9 o'clock, but right now, some problems out on the roads this morning, so allow some extra time. Visibility is down to 1 3/4 miles in Madison, much better off to the west where they're not seeing the snow. Any accumulation just on the grassy surfaces of 1 inch or less. Right now, the visibility is being reduced. You can see from our sky cam. 44 expected today. That's pretty close to our average of 42. The sun will be up here at 6:57. Mainly rain and snow chances this morning, but should be tapering off after 9 o'clock. Thanksgiving looks quiet, smooth traveling after we get through this morning's rain and snow mix, but it will be turning colder by Friday and Saturday, and just a few snow flurries expected by Sunday. So we do have the rain and snow showers ending by the mid-morning hours. Actually, some sunshine later today. Wednesday through next week, we're looking at dry weather other than a few flurries. Highs, though, will be cooling off into the 30s by Friday through the weekend and into next week. Here's that storm system creating a lot of rain in the Ohio Valley. We're on the northern fringe of it, enough cold air wrapping in. That's why we're seeing some of those snow showers. But between 8 and 9 o'clock, you can see how this breaks up. Moving on to the east of Madison, starting to see some clearing up there toward Camp Douglas, the Dells here, toward the noon hour. Madison area, noon to 1 o'clock. Temperatures in the low to mid-40s today, very seasonable for this time of the year. We're right at 32, so that's maybe causing a little bit of concern on some of those elevated surfaces where we could see some of this freeze over. So just allow a little extra time. Don't go crazy, but just allow a little extra time on your way to work or school this morning. All right, 44 today after the morning mix. We'll see some sun this afternoon. 44 tomorrow with more sunshine. Thanksgiving Day, pretty seasonable, low 40s, but then we really drop off by Friday and the weekend. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s.
Okay, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. We appreciate you. 6:46 now. Thanksgiving week is here. That means we're preparing for the annual turkey trot in the 608.
Josh Sprider's live this morning to give us a preview, and he's dressed up. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, good morning. Who you calling a turkey? We are ready to gobble, tell you, wobble here outside of the Alliant Energy Center. Crazy to think Thanksgiving is just 2 days away. And of course, that means we're talking about Madison's original turkey trot, getting the whole family together for a good cause. This morning, Amanda Potratz with UCP Dane is up early with us. Amanda, good morning to you, and happy early Thanksgiving.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
So you got your turkey squad garb on this morning. We are excited because this is such a great event for getting the community together, but most importantly, it's for giving back to UCP Dane.
Absolutely, yeah. We help individuals who not only might have cerebral palsy, but also autism, Down syndrome, traumatic brain injury, as well as a variety of developmental disabilities or delays.
So we have some video we want to show folks because this is really such a special event, and it's really about getting everyone together. I think my favorite part is everyone can be included, and that's really what it is for you, is inclusivity.
Absolutely. Run, walk, or roll, everyone's invited. We try to get our members out in the community, establish really good relationships with individuals in the community, with our care providers, with our child care centers, and again, everyone's welcome to come out and volunteer or register to run.
You know, we're so lucky to live here in the 608 where everyone really strives in giving back, and you guys see that year after year, and it helps in your mission every time too.
Absolutely, yeah. We are the official partner of the Madison Turkey Trot, so registration and volunteer support comes back to help our programs.
You know, when you've seen about how much support that you guys have received, it's only helping you in those goals and missions that you guys have going forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. We love having our members out in the community. We have supports in our homes for individuals who might have developmental delays for toddlers or infants, as well as our teens. We help individuals all the way from birth to adulthood.
So if people are interested, now's the time to get involved, and they don't have to actually participate, but they can actually volunteer too, which you need those volunteers.
Absolutely, yep. Everything from helping set up to manning water stations to cheering folks on and helping them make sure they're headed the right way on the course. There's stages all along the way, everything from 6:30 in the morning all the way up to 11 o'clock. You're welcome to come down and just jump in.
Fun morning of action before we gobble down that turkey. So if people are interested, pre-registration ends today, but you can still show up morning of.
Absolutely, yep. You can register today online, or you can just come to the race and register right away in the morning.
Amazing.
Races begin at 8:15.
Awesome. Well, happy Thanksgiving, Amanda. Thank you so much again, and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time. If you'd like to learn more about how you can register to either participate or volunteer, I've posted links to this story up on channel3000.com. Gobble till you wobble. Chris and Lee, we'll send it back to you guys.
I've done this just one time. I would like to do it with baby Zeke. We'll see if I can get him in the mood for it. Josh, maybe you could lend me that little garb, that little head garb.
I was thinking, you know, if we put this on baby Zeke, it might swallow him completely. This thing is so big, even on my head.
Keep it nice and warm.
I think I'm going to pass this year.
There you go.
Maybe just enjoy the turkey. Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
6:49 coming up in the morning sprint. A man charged in a killing on Madison's east side will remain behind bars as the court case moves forward. We'll tell you why.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, we'd love to help them celebrate their birthday. Send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. We'll be right back.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Big, beautiful sectional for just $9.99 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long. Up to 60% off list. Only at Slumberland. But don't wait, because deals this great won't last. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Edge with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 1,000 low APR cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
When you pull up to someone's house, the first thing you see nowadays is their garage door.
Let Precision's experienced designers come to your home and help you select the perfect door for your house.
Precision is there to help.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady.
At Overture Center, November 21st through 26th. Tickets at overture.org.
Get up holidays!
and a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, both for just $6.99. It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland. Up to 60% off list. A Sealy mattress and a power base.
I hear those help reduce snoring.
Only at Slumberland.
Rediscover life without pain. SSM Health Orthopedics.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Breaking news this morning, there's an active Amber Alert out for 2 children with ties to Wisconsin. Alexander and Stefan Zhang are believed to be in the company of their father, Yemen. Alexander is 7 years old, 3 feet 5 inches tall with black hair and brown eyes. Stefan is 9, 3 feet 10 inches tall. He also has black hair, brown eyes. The dad could be driving a gold Toyota Sienna minivan with Wisconsin license plates. Call police if you see them. Our other top story today, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is hearing oral arguments in a landmark case for redistricting in Wisconsin. The case could alter the balance of power in the state capitol by throwing out Wisconsin's voting maps. Those districts control who can vote for which candidates. The current GOP-drawn maps have been called gerrymandered.
Meanwhile, a federal appeals court has struck down one of the key tools to enforce the Voting Rights Act. The 8th Appeals Court found that only the U.S. Attorney General can enforce Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. This move blocks private organizations from suing to enforce it. Around 90% of all Section 2 cases are filed by private groups.
Qatar is hoping to announce a deal as soon as today between Israel and Hamas to free hostages inside Gaza. The deal would reportedly include a brief pause in the fighting and more aid for the Strip. But there are concerns. Heavy fighting in northern Gaza could change these plans, especially because the fighting surrounds another hospital.
Bond is set at $1 million for one of the men charged in a deadly shooting at the Harmony Apartments in Madison. Mark Parks Jr. and another man are charged with murdering Devon Grant on July 13th. The judge set Parks' bond during his initial appearance yesterday. Parks will be back in court for a preliminary hearing November 28th.
Also in Madison, the man found guilty of killing a woman in 2021 will receive his sentence today. A jury found Greg Rather guilty of killing 55-year-old Patricia McCullough back in September. Rather will be sentenced for multiple felony charges, including first-degree reckless homicide. He could face upwards of 60 years for that charge alone.
A man accused of breaking into the La Crosse airport and threatening the staff of a private plane could enter his plea today. Prosecutors say 31-year-old Cody Anderson also threatened airplane staff with a knife. His bond is currently set at $500,000.
Flags will fly at half-staff today across Wisconsin in remembrance of the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. 2 years ago, 6 people were killed, 60 injured when Darrell Brooks drove an SUV into the parade route. Last November, he was sentenced to life in prison after a jury found him guilty.
Hi, good morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka. As we continue to see some of the snow flying here in the Madison area, some of the roads might be a little bit wet, a little bit slick because some of the slush that's been accumulating, mainly on the grassy surfaces, but temperatures are getting close to 32 this morning, so allow some extra time this morning as the roads might be a little bit slick. A lot of this will wind down between 8 and 9 o'clock. You can see on our future track. Moving on to the east, we'll actually see some clearing after the noon hour spread in from the north and west. Temperatures in the mid-40s today. So we're looking at the snow showers coming to an end pretty quickly over the next couple of hours. We'll get into some sunshine today. Mid-40s tomorrow, low 40s for Thanksgiving Day. Then it turns colder for the weekend. Temperatures in the low to mid-30s both Saturday and Sunday.
Kelly, thanks so much. We're going to keep an eye on that snow, folks. Keep it here on News 3 Now for the latest.